What is up, y'all? I'm headed out to go do this little driving gig today. And let me tell you guys, it is freaking cold up here right now. My computer said -6 this morning. -6 degrees Fahrenheit. Not this Celsius bullcrap. Fahrenheit, -6. God, what is that, like -100 Celsius? Crazy cold right now. I even let my car warm up for a few minutes. But I'm on my way to go pick up the Yukon, and then I'm going to set off and head up towards Cheyenne, Wyoming. Well, this trip isn't starting off too well. I have already backed into their trash can with their Yukon. I hope they don't watch this. I don't think it did any damage though. I hit it at like 1 mile per hour. And I forgot the address of where I was going up here in Cheyenne. So yeah, this really isn't the best start. Not to mention this Yukon is covered in snow. It's hard to see where I'm going. And I don't have insurance to be driving this thing. And I think the brake lights don't work either. But that's all right. It's better than driving mine. I'm trying to save miles on mine. I probably should have knocked some of this snow off the hood before I started. But it's just too dang cold. It is freaking frigid out there. I'm talking Antarctica. 24-hour sun. Flat earthers are like, stop laughing. Stop laughing. It's not funny. It's not funny. We got debunked. Shut up. Meanie. You mean Glober. This little Honda right in front of me pulled right over. Almost clipped the bumper like it wasn't even there. We're gonna control the road rage today because this is not my car. I'm in no hurry. We just got to get there safe because guess what? I don't have insurance on this thing. So we got to be real careful. We're just gonna stay over here in the right-hand lane. That's for the slow people, if you didn't know. That's where the slow people are supposed to drive. It's like people don't understand that here in Colorado. I'm gonna drive down the middle. That way I have the left and right lane in case there's an emergency. Well, you know what? That's what the shoulder's for. I'm already yelling. That's gonna be the clickbait thumbnail right there. Yeah, we're just gonna take it easy. And of course somebody's gotta be going 15 miles per hour under the speed limit. That's the thing that you do here in Colorado. You drive either 15 miles per hour under the speed limit or you drive 15 miles per hour over the speed limit. But it's just impossible for anybody just to go the normal regular speed. It's just, yeah, it's a constant battle. Constant battle. I-25 sucks. But enough of the driving. Enough of the driving. You know, I've been watching all these horror movies lately. Well, I figured I'd deviate from that. And I ended up putting in A Perfect Storm. I know that's a pretty old movie. I probably should have seen it by now. And I think I have. I think I tried to watch it one time. However, I believe that I fell asleep partway through. Because back then, when I got that movie, it's just like movies were so much better overall in general. Just the quality of movies was 10 times better than what it is today. And so I think I was just spoiled on just seeing good movies, and it really didn't capture my interest that much. However, I watched it again yesterday, and my God, that was 10 times scarier than all those other horror movies put together. I was on the edge of my seat. My face was like this the whole time. Dude, I'll tell you right now, I'm never going into the ocean. Ever. Never. It ain't happening. Those guys are nuts. Out there on those big old freaking like 200-foot waves and stuff it looked like. Man. I mean, that was just terrifying. I felt so bad for those guys. But then again, I mean, they were stupid. It's like, why the hell did you drive your boat into that? Oh, that's right, because you wanted the money. That's right. So, I mean, really, you couldn't feel too sorry for him. I mean, you can if you want, but, I mean, they did it themselves. Just trying to be greedy. Trying to get that money. Trying to get that money. So, I mean, what do you expect? I feel more bad for the Coast Guard guy that they were not able to find and who was lost at sea when the helicopter crashed. Yeah, crazy storm. But like I said, okay, what am I smelling here? What the hell am I smelling here? Something doesn't smell right, guys. What the hell is that smell? I might have to stop recording here and figure out what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I think that was the truck in front of me that was putting off that smell. I thought I was driving around with the emergency brake on or something. I wasn't really sure what was going on. Oh my goodness. But yeah, A Perfect Storm movie, that was scary. That was one of the most nerve-wracking movies I've ever watched. I think the only other one that got me all riled up like that was Open Water. Remember that movie with the sharks? Those people bobbing around in the water until finally the sharks ate them? God dang, that movie was hard to sit through. I've never been able to watch it again. It's just too terrifying. Just the thought of that. Like I said, I'm never going into the ocean. Never. I'm going to stick with the mountains. Yeah, you might get some wind and some snow and some stuff like that up there, but at least the ground under you isn't moving. I know it's not ground. Water is not ground, but you know what I mean. I mean, just now my buddy Chris sent me a text about a climber that they just found that had fallen. I really didn't get to even see where the location was, but either way, man, these mountains don't play. You have to treat them with respect. But yeah, like I said, that movie was terrifying, even though it had a bunch of libtard actors in it, like George Clooney. Still, though, but I'm telling you what, though, Mark Wahlberg's girlfriend is obnoxious in that movie. My God, what a nymphomaniac. It's like, get off the guy. You don't have to be kissing him every 2 seconds. What is your problem? I mean, he gets off the boat, she runs across and like just jumps on him. Then they show him at the bar, she's like sitting on his laps with her legs around the guy. It's like, my God. No wonder you have 2 kids already. Freaking hoe. But that movie also featured John C. Reilly back when he was a serious actor. Before Step Brothers. This was back when he was a serious actor. Like back in the days of like Gangs of New York and stuff. Remember? He was a serious actor in that one too. He's pretty good. I mean, I like the guy. I think he's a good actor. He was getting in fights with the guy from Wings. They didn't get along until finally John C. Reilly got pulled off the back of the boat and he was about ready to drown. And then the guy from Wings jumped off and saved him. And then they were friends after that. Honestly, that was probably like one of the best parts of the whole movie, in my opinion. That was one of the more emotional parts to me. I mean, I really wasn't sad at the end when they died. It's like, dude, you knew that was coming. They weren't getting out of that. And it's like I said, I mean, they weren't really victims. They did it to themselves. So it's like feeling sorry for somebody that, you know, jumps out of an airplane skydiving and then their parachute doesn't open up. Or someone that goes climbing on a mountain and then they fall off and die. I mean, you can feel bad for their family and for the loss, but you can't really feel pity for the individual for doing that type of thing in the first place. That's why it's so exciting and dangerous, because there's an element of risk involved, and there's always the possibility that things could go wrong. That's what makes it so exciting. Anyways, okay, we're trucking along. I'm floating along I-25 here at about 82 miles per hour. We're looking good. That smell has gone away. Let's do it. And everything's going good so far. I've already went up to Cheyenne. I picked up the passenger. We've driven back down to Fort Collins. And now he is at his doctor's appointment and I'm waiting outside. So all's going good, and it's starting to warm up a tiny little bit. I'm telling you, I froze my feet off the entire time up there because I could not figure out how to get the dang heater to work. Like, I twisted every knob in this thing and nothing was working. Anyways, it's my fault. I finally figured it out. But yeah, it's going good, guys. Another winter day here in Colorado. I've been sitting here for nearly 2 hours now. He said it was going to take 1 hour, but I've been sitting here for nearly 2 hours. My ass is going numb. All right, I'm back. I'm back at my home, and I'm going to get a nice little break because the first half of the driving gig has been completed. And it was so funny too, because while he was at after his doctor's appointment that I had to wait like 2 hours for, then he had to go get blood drawn. And so while he was getting blood drawn, I'm like, I'm gonna go get gas and fill this thing up because we're running on fumes right now. So I'll knock that out. Anyways, I get to the gas station and I'm literally pulling a Chevy Chase from National Lampoon's Vacation. I couldn't figure out how to get the dang gas door open. I mean, this Yukon is like way more advanced than my Crosstrek. So I thought for sure it had some kind of lock in there. So I'm looking all over inside for a button to undo the gas thing, because mine has that. My Crosstrek has that. So I thought for sure the Yukon had that. Anyways, I'm sitting up there for like 10 minutes. I can't find the thing. I came about this close to just ripping the back license plate off and throwing it across the parking lot. Just kidding. That's from the movie though, where he did. Remember when he did that? He looked over and he saw the one lady lower her license plate down, and that's where her gas thing was. So he's like, "Huh, I'll do that." And he's like, and he just throws the thing across the parking lot. Oh my God, that was one of the funniest parts of the movie, in my opinion. When I was a kid and I saw that, I laughed every single time. Just the sound it made when it flew through there, it was like hilarious. So I couldn't find how to open up the gas door until later. I got back and I'm like, "Dude, how do you do it?" He's like, "You just push on it and it opens." I'm like, "What? Like you don't have some kind of interior unlocking mechanism for that? You just push on it and it opens?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "They haven't had those locking things since the 70s. And I'm like, "Well, I got one on my car." So anyways, we got the gas. I end up dropping him back off at his home where he's going to spend a few hours with his wife, because what happened is about 3 weeks ago, he had to go into the hospital. Just all these complications, health complications. And I'm not trying to expose his business or anything. I'm going to leave him anonymous. But the reason he basically had to go to the hospital for 12 days. And now he's been in assisted living since. And he has to do like a minimum 30 days in this assisted living place up in Cheyenne, Wyoming, because all of the places in Colorado were, I guess, just shitholes. But the reason why he had to go into the hospital and now he is in assisted living for a temporary period is because he had multiple doctors and all of them were giving him multiple medications. However, none of the doctors were communicating with each other. So none of the other doctors knew what the other doctors were giving him. So he's taking just this hodgepodge of all these drugs and it nearly killed him. I don't know. I just question all medications anyways. If I get given a medication, I'm going to question it. I'm going to probably do my own research on it to find out what the pros and cons were. But, you know, this guy's obviously not like that. He was just doing what his doctor told him, and he nearly died. So he is down now to one doctor giving him one set of medications. And I can tell he's already sounding and talking and acting way, way better. So that's good. But I am going to go back, pick him up at 5:30, and then take him back up to his assisted living. And then I'm going to have to drive back. So this has been like an all-day thing. But I think that's about all I've got for this video. I don't think it's going to be too eventful, driving him up and then driving back in the dark. So I think I'll just go ahead and end it here. But I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, y'all, peace.